All right, guys, so Tony Robbins is a world-renowned life coach and self-help guru. His latest book tackles money and how to really master financial freedom. Jada Jackson from our sister show, Emotional Mojo, talked to Robbins all about the book. Check it out.
It's been nearly 2 decades since his last book, but he's back with a new book filled with a gold mine of money-making information. Welcome, life and business strategist Tony Robbins. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you, Jada.
Now, Tony, your last book was published in 1991, so your new book is definitely long awaited. Tell us a little bit about Money Master the Game.
I decided to write this book really because of 2008. I grew up dirt poor. And in my life, I've been motivated to find the ways to help people break through. And there's only a few areas that affect you: your body, your mind, your emotions, and money. And so I thought, you know what? I have unique access. After I saw people losing their homes and losing half of all they earned and realizing they just didn't know what to do, I decided, since I've worked with one of the top 10 financial traders in the world for 21 years, and he's never lost money in 21 years. No one else can say that. His name is Paul Tudor Jones. I thought if I could take what I've learned from him and interview 50 of the smartest financial people in the world, people that started with nothing and became self-made billionaires, if I could simplify it into like a 7-step process where I could help a millennial who just got out of college, who's got a bunch of debt to turn things around, or a baby boomer who thinks they can't retire to be able to retire, that'll be a worthwhile goal. So it was a 4-year project, and the book is now #1 in the New York Times.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. You talked about the 7 simple steps to financial freedom. So let's take a look at a couple of them. The one that really stood out to me was begin the journey with the first step. Talk a little bit about that, Tony.
Well, most people really, they talk about money and they're overwhelmed, right? We all know we got major experiences of challenge in our careers and with our family and just living human beings. Most of us aren't financial experts. And because of that, the financial industry takes advantage of it. And what happens to a lot of people is they never even begin the journey. They might have a 401k, they don't know where to put their money, and so they just throw it into something. And what happens is if you don't understand where you're going, if you don't understand what you really need, which is income for life, the whole goal of investing is you have money for the rest of your life. Well, the only way you're going to get there is not some big windfall. People that got big windfalls, that won the lottery, great athletes, we all know what happens to them financially. The people that get financially free have done something really simple. In fact, I asked Warren Buffett, what's the secret to wealth for your life? He said, Tony, I was born in America, I have good genes, and I use compound interest. And compound interest is everything. We've all heard about it, but let me explain what it means. There's a gentleman that worked for UPS. His name is Theodore Johnson. He was a driver. He never made more than $14,000 a year, but when he retired, he had over $70 million, and he gave away $35 million. Now, how is that possible? A friend of his said to him, you tell me you have no money, but if the government came along and put a 20% tax on you, you'd go crazy, but you'd pay it because you have to. He said, I'm going to give you a 20% tax, where 20% of your money, before you ever see it's going to go in an investment account. That money accumulating over 20 years of compounding made him $70 million. So anyone can do it, but you have to start with the end in mind. I want income for life, and I've got to automate some percentage of my savings, even if I think I have none to be able to do it with.
Hey, Tony, that is some fantastic information. Now, all of the profits of this book have been donated in advance, and in addition to personal donations from you to the Feed 50 Million Americans. Tell us about Feeding America.
I fed 42 million people in my life. I started with 2 families, then 4, then 8, and then I got other people to help. So what if I could feed that many people in a year? So I donated 50 million meals this year, but I also asked for, I'm matching anybody's funds. So right now we're up to 71 million people with a goal of 100 million this year. And if you buy this book for yourself, not only do you get the incredible transformation for your own life, but you'll feed 50 people simultaneously.
Hey, Tony, this is so amazing. I'm going to use the book. I'm definitely going to use the book as a resource for my clients. So thank you so much. Money Master the Game is available in bookstores, or you can visit moneymasterthegame.com.